Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today we will be discussing the new MVX replication events that will be available in Universe 11.4.1 and MVX 1.7. MVX replication events will include Replication Suspended event, Replication Subscriber Lag event, and Replication Pacing event. We also have Replication Subscriber Stalled event and Replication Log Size event. Mahendra will walk through how these events will show up in MVX. In doing so, Mahendra will actually be showing the testing that triggers the event, then the event showing up in MVX. So a lot of the work he will be showing is not necessary for the user to do, but it is to show how the event gets triggered. So keep that in mind, that you will have an easier time than what Mahendra is going through. Thank you for joining us.
In this demo, we will generate replication-related events. I have the simple setup on this machine, both publisher and subscriber on the same Windows machine. I also has the MVAdmin and MVX on the same machine. All three MVX, MVAdmin, universe on same machine. MVX and MVAdmin is 170 and universe is 11.4.1. First event we are going to generate is replication suspended event. Let me generate that event using the xadmin. We can also generate the same event using the UV-repAdmin also. I have the replication running, I have the xadmin, and from xadmin, let's go to the configuration. And from there, we can go to the replication tools and we can just disable the replication. So that will stop the replication on the subscriber or is suspending it, and theoretically it should generate the replication suspended event. So let's suspend the replication. Xadmin is sending the message to the rep manager and is going to suspend the distributions on that machine. Get that message, command successful or it succeed. Other way you can also do it through the UV underbar repAdmin. You can select disable option like UV underbar repAdmin disable, and that will do the exactly same thing. Anyway, so now replication is disabled. Now let's go to the MVX side. See that did we get the event? No, not yet. The reason is MVX is going to check every minute. So it's going to pull the data from MVAdmin every minute, and then it's going to display that event. So probably roughly it's going to take around a minute, and then we'll see that event over here. Let's double check one that is really stop that replication or disable the replication. We can go to the xadmin and we can always look at one the replication status monitor. Yeah, it says on connection is the red, end sync is yellow, and the replication is the replication disabled. So yeah, replication is really disabled. The way I have set up is just the two group 1 and group 2, and both are the kind of the account-based replication. So from the demo directory on the publisher, is replicating that to the rep demo directory, and same thing is the demo 2 is replicating to the rep demo 2. It's a kind of account level replication. Let's go back. It's minute. Yeah, its minute is over. We have that one is a replication suspended event. Now we get the two event. First one is that group G1 and group G2. That's a two event because we stop the replication or disable the replication. So that means it's generated for the both group. We get this event. Real life, you don't stop like this way, and if something happen on that group or that distribution, you will see that kind of the event rather than all those groups. Let's look this one, the first one, group G1, and it's replication suspended. Let's specify the time, what time the event is generated. Let's open this one, and we can get that information about that the group G1, that's an event. Now also is going to tell you about what action you're supposed to take it. And the first one, it says, look, additional details, that's the data this event generator is use it. So based upon that is determined that, yeah, we have that replication is suspended. Let's look that one first. You can get the information, more kind of the general statistics, general information about replication for that group. We have the one bug over here. We are working on it. Should be, so it's probably every minute when it's going to refresh it, it's go back to the first event. So let's go back to the event which we're looking at. That one is the group name, whether it's in sync or not, status, and the replication disable, and the log size. And also it's run the port.status command and give that information port.status. So that's the kind of the detailed information it has. It. Let's go back. What else it says that one? Yeah, it says you can run that UV rep admin report detail, and that will give you the more information about it. Let's try to run that rep admin report this detail. That's going to tell us that okay, this kind of message like subscriber requested that for the suspending it, and you can get that information from that. And the same thing is going to ask that once it's going to be back, you can able to run the sync command. And okay, so you see that one, that's a message or event for this group one. G2 is almost same type of things. Now, once you see this, next things you can able to, you can accept that as a task. That means it's probably, yeah, you want to work on it. Or you can say that one, okay, I already started that one. You go through that part, you already started, and this is completed event. Then event will go away. Now, other two buttons we have it. That one is for the smooth event for 24 hours. For example, the event like the resize related events or something is file is badly overflow related events, which you will get it and you know that you are not going to work for the next 24 hours. You want to snooze it and want to work after 24 hours or the next day type of things because you can able to snooze that event also. Same thing is similar like that one ignore event, very close to the snooze event, but this time it says 48 hours. It's going to ignore that event for 48 hours. For example, that you have some kind of activities, you have it where you use the more users or something like that, which you know that one, you're getting the event that yeah, number of users exceed whatever the threshold value. And you know that one, that's fine before the next 48 hours. So you can able to just ignore that event. And thus, if anything is happen after that 48 hours, you may see that one event again type of thing. Anyway, in this case, we have those two events. We'll leave this one event for now. Okay, now one more thing also you can able to get it once you create the user's account. I have just the one super admin that's a built-in account for the administration purpose. And another one I created the simple user M Mirani. You can create that as many users you want to create it. And that has the notification is on or reporting is on and few other roles and email. So if your notification is on is yes, then it's going to be send event. Whatever the event is generated and whatever the event you are subscribing it is sent that to your email address. In that case also you'll get the email and then you can able to click from there and that will put you into the MVX or you can able to just monitor that from the MVX. Okay, so now we know this part. Let's start it and then we can able to go for the next event. Let me disconnect it because of the RPC timeout. Connect it. Let me go to the U2 replication, configuration, and the replication tools, and I want to enable it. Same thing you can do with the UV underbar rep admin also. And its command is successful. It's already started replication or enable the replication. Let's go to the status and check that one. We can able to see for interval is 3 seconds. Let's see. Yeah, it's about grain connection and the in sync, so it's fine. Replication is running. We already generated the first event. Now let's go and generate the second event, the one replication subscriber lag event. That means it's probably subscriber is behind. So publisher is continuously sending the data. Subscriber is receiving it, but some reason it's running slow. Maybe because of the network, or maybe because of that the lot of activities going on the subscriber or some other reason subscribers behind. So that we generate that event. We added in the 1141, it's for the MVX, it's for the catch-up time. So we estimate that this is the time it's going to take that the subscriber will sync with the publisher. So publisher starts sending data based upon that and whatever the subscriber is saying it and how much is applying it, how much is behind based upon that we just estimate it type of things. And if that estimate is getting more than 3 minutes, that means yes, it's a time to generate that event, the subscriber is the behind. Okay, to generate that event and everything I'm running on the same machine, publisher, subscriber, MVX, MV admin, adding that lot of overhead or making slow it down everything. So what I did, and the same technique we are using for the testing it also for the QA. So what we have it, we created the registry key. Let me create that one. Under the MV admin, we need to create the one registry key. Let me do that. And that will intentionally slow it down the subscriber. And this is just for the QA, it's not for the real one. We don't want to slow it down the subscriber, but for the QA or generating this event, we add this registry key. And the name is rep writer sleep time. If it is 0, that means it's not going to sleep anything. Everything is running as a normal. Now let's say that one, if we set that to the 100, and this is unit is in the milliseconds. So every package is received, subscriber is received from the publisher, is going to wait for the 100 milliseconds and then apply it on the subscriber side. So it's going to be slow it down. Okay, so we said that, but once you change any of the registry key, then we need to restart the universe. You can able to always start from the universe control panel, or you can able to on the Windows, you can able to start that one from the Windows services. So let's go to the universe resource service to stop it. Okay, so let's start the universe service again. Once the universe service gets started, you don't need to stop the MV-admin, because MV-admin is every 5 seconds or 10 seconds or something like that. Even that the connection is get loose, is going to be retried and make sure, even though UOJ process universe stop that one, is going to be restarted. We have the universe resource services up and it's running. This time, let's make sure that it's still running. I can start UVSH. Okay, good. It is running. We can also double check that one from the MV admin side. When we restart the universe, it did stop that UOJ process of the X-admin. It started X-admin, go back to YouTube replication. Yeah, everything is running fine. Let's use this, the distribution. So from the publisher side is the demo account. Subscriber side is rep demo, and it's a kind of account-based replication. And we already add that registry key, so we are slowing it down, the data. Whatever the one we are sending it, each package is going to be wait for 100 milliseconds. So we start seeing that one is going to delay, and that will generate that the event. Okay, this is fine, UVSH. Let me create one file type 7, modulo 1, separation 1. Okay, so I created the my.file. The same thing is going to be happen, is going to create the same file on subscriber side. Copy, walk to my.file on. Okay, now it's going through the same machine, but as we start saying that one is not in sync, because that probably we add the registry key, so that means it's practically intentionally we are slowing it down. It's really slow it down. So subscriber done is 2, we send 831 package, and let's make it more slow it down. MVX think that one, yeah, so copy from walk to my file. Okay, subscriber done is 168 and the publisher done is 1661. That's many records which we send it from 2 times 830 times 2. And I think it's one was when we create the file. Anyway, subscriber got that everything, 1661. Whatever we send it, we receive it. It's already available for the subscriber, but when it's writing that to the file, at that time, we add that sleep, so it's waiting. So it's not completely subscriber done. So minute is already over, then probably we should see that event. Yeah, it's going to take a minute to pull that data. And the data is probably is going to check that whether it is 3 minutes to the catch-up time. Let's add more. We don't need to add any. This is the error message we get. So application subscriber lag behind. It says the group G1 is behind because that's the one where we add with the demo. Same thing is the similar actions is asked that one. Details and look that one is subscriber and where the problem is. And it's kind of generalized type of thing, additional details. Now, additional details, you can able to see G1 and in sync status, how many subscriber got, subscriber done, publisher done, pacing is on or off, not on, replication log size, catch-up time. This is the one I was talking about, 462. Based upon that the data, what the system has, they think that one is going to take around 432 seconds in 3 minutes. That's why we generate that event. So you'll have that event, that means subscriber. And also we generate the file undersize event. And this one is likely the file which we created. Yes, my file. That's a file which we created. That one is really undersized, with a small file. Then we copy everything from demo to that, and that will generate that the file undersize related events. So these are the kind of more file. The events was available in 11.3.5. We add the replication, dynamic file, connection pooling, device license. Those are the new events we added on 11. Anyway, this is good. So we can able to generate the replication lag behind. Now also based upon this information, and you'll get the much better, nicer UI with the MVX. So currently in 1.7.0 beta release, we are just going to have the replication related event, but I think it's the 1.8.0 or later release, we have the nice UI. It's much better than X admin UI, where you can able to see all the distribution, all the groups, nice graphs, also the information, the one I mentioned about you, like the catch-up time, how much time is going to take it, how the activities is going, a lot more information about it. Anyway, so this is fine. We are still doing this one. Subscriber is done in 997. Next event, pacing event. It's not going to be easy to show that pacing event, but yes, practically when the publisher much faster than the subscriber, we add that pacing. And pacing is based upon that whatever the configuration parameter you set up and pacing weight and other things, but not easy to generate it for me without adding those registry key. Typically, the pacing will come in picture when the publisher sent the data and subscriber didn't receive it. So when is a pub done minus sub got, that's get numbers get higher. In this case, network is not the issue. When its network is start getting that issue or when it's slow it down type of things, then we start seeing the pacing event type of things. Now, based upon this, the information like pub done minus sub got, is that number is difference is higher. Over here in xadmin, you need to mentally calculate it to see that number part. On the MVX side, you will see the nice bar chart. Looking through that, you will see that one is mostly green or some 3 different color type of things. So based upon that, you will see that one right away. Also, you will get that the graphs and other things. So you know that one, whether it's a problem is on the network, or if you see that one pop down and subcode is almost same, like the one what we are seeing it over here, that means network is not the issue, but the subscriber machine is the issue, because subscriber is already received that the almost same number as sub got, but it's the not able to finish it. So sub done is a little bit behind type of things. Only 1458 record is updated. Still we are waiting for around 200 records. Each one is coming. We put the 100 milliseconds delay. Similar way, you can see that pacing event also if it has happened where the pub done and sub got has the higher number difference type of things. Next interesting one we add that with replication subscriber stock event. It's happened sometimes the subscriber didn't receive all those incomplete transaction type of things. If you have that the transaction involved and publisher sent that one, subscriber received that the complete in the transaction will be some number of records type of. If it doesn't receive all the records, some reason or something like that, it's received that the begin transaction part, but never see that end transaction part. That means in that case also is the subscriber stop processing it for that group and it stays there. So that means that group is kind of the stock. We can identify that situation easily with the MVX, or we can generate that event. Once we see that one, we can generate that event. We can identify it, and the easiest way to identify is we can see that sub done stayed with the same number for that group. Like in this example, it says 1661. If it says 1661 and all these numbers, it's continuously going like pop down, sub got, sub available. That means something is please not finishing it or updating the subscriber side. If we notice that one, I think is we give that time for a minute or something like that. And in that minute, if the sub done stays at the same place, then we generate the event. That one is difficult to generate it, but I think the one area, where we can able to generate it, and that's the kind of known problem type of things. The one is kind of the locking part. So on the subscriber side, let's do that. This is my publisher demo. Okay, rep demo is my subscriber, and let me lock my file test. So I'm using the AE, creating that record test under the my file. I'm doing on the subscriber. Generally, you don't modify anything directly on the subscriber machine, specifically those files which is active during the replication. But for this demo purpose, let's say that one, if we have this one. So we already has the lock on this file. On the publisher side, let me do the same thing. I want to edit that one, same record, and I save it. So I created the test record. The replication system is going to replicate that test record to the subscriber. And when it's doing it, now it's noticed that one, its test record has a lock. So it's going to kind of the stock. So it's now we already start seeing that in sync because there's a one record difference because the subscriber was 1662, the last record is available. It's not finished 1661. Let's try to see that one is copy from walk.file. Okay, I 830. Yeah, we can able to see that one. Okay, yeah, 830 records is there, but my subscriber still stays there at 1661. So that means it's probably after, you can see that one probably for a few minutes. You know that one is, is something wrong in that group and subscribers stop working. At that time, I think it's every minute when we pull the data, we notice that one and we generate the event. Let's see that is the replication subscriber stock event. Now let's say it says that one is what is the group name, is LSN number. So which log sequence number? In our case is 1662. That one is stuck. And you can able to see the additional details. Once you click that, you can able to say that G1 group number. That's the one you can say it. Operation was the insert operation, and file name is my file, and the record is test. That's the key which we are going to update it, and we are not able to update it. And we can see that what the content of that key, and then the LSN number. Okay, and also it's going to be run list redo command. It's run the list redo, and because of this bug, it's always put that way back into the first one. And it says that one not nicely formatted, but it says there is a lock is there. Yeah, we can able to see that. I think it's better we can see the lock. We can able to go to the lock screen. And okay, these are the locks. Okay, so MVX also provided information about the logs, and it's going to display that the whose PID. It's generate that the file name based upon the inode number. Most of the times it will generate it. This kind of play, we might have some kind of the problem, or it's probably those file is not open. The logic is that when you run performance monitor, when you turn on the MVX MVAdmin, then you run it, and when you open that file, it will start collecting statistics about that file. It put that file information in the shared memory. Next time with the log part, because of the 11.3.5, don't store the file name for the log related information. We display that inode number, dnode number. But from the MVX, most of the times you will see that, except that the places where that file is not open or is a directory file or something like that, then you might not be able to see it. Then we display the inode number slash, but most of the times you will see it. And specifically with the 12.2, we'll see the nice file name over here. This record is a test, that one is logged by the users or something. And it's also another good thing we can able to see. You don't need to do any mental math. It will tell you about this 4 minute or what was the time. It was kind of the log. Okay, so we already has that event. We already generated the replication stock event, and we already see the details. Now you can able to accept this as a task, or you can able to ignore it, or you can complete. Let this one is accepted as a task. Now that one is available as a task, and this one is going to show up how many days old event is, and also is how many times is reoccurrence. Reoccurrence is 4 times because it's data we collected 4 times every minute. We check that one. Yeah, it's still there. If there's a lock, if the record is still stuck, and this happened 10 to 4 times. So we put that reoccurrence rather than creating the 4 different events with the same information. Over here, you can able to see the reoccurrence time. Data we check is every minute. That's the kind of the default interval. Let's go back, release this log. Okay, if we release it, and we can go to the xadmin. Let's see, and it's already done. It's already not anymore is anything is stuck. Okay, one more event I want to show you. That's a replication log size event. Specifically like this is a maximum replication log size, and currently it is 81920. Now it's difficult to fill it up all the disk space to generate that event. So we'll use the same technique, the one we are using the registry key, and API call is just going to be returned to the MVAdmin that maximum replication log size. I'll use the smaller number from the registry key. So when it starts, we'll look that one and use that value. It's not the use for the real purpose type. It's only used just for the API point of view. So it's not going to be really changing the replication log size. It's just the API when it's going to return the value to the MVAdmin, it use that number. So that number is the smaller number than current replication log size. So it's going to generate that event. Just I want to show you that part. And to do that part, we have to add one more. Let's see, this one called, even it's the even smaller than the current or replication size. Anyway, so that's the good enough. Now, because we change this registry key, replication doesn't know anything. We need to stop and start it. We stop it. Let me see how it's doing. Okay, looks like it's already stopped. And let's make sure that the universe is up and running. Okay, great. So it's already started. MVAdmin is going to catching it up. Probably it's going to take a few seconds before it's going to generate the OJ process to get the data from the server side and then transfer it to the MVX side. Okay, this is error message because my MVAdmin was not able to get that one. 11.4 is stopped. Okay, that's the right error message. Let me F5 it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. It's going to take a minute, and then after that, it's going to, okay, this is the one, replication subscriber stock. That's the error which we saw it. Let's wait probably for a minute. Here it is. Finally, we got it. Replication log usage. And we got that 81920. That's a kind of log size probably. And that's the error message. We receive it. Same thing. You can able to see the additional details part where you can see that the mixed replication log size. This is the one what we set from the registry. So that's the one is using it. Current replication size is much higher. Means it's probably going to generate the event. Typically, the one event is generated by default is the 75%. When current log size reach 75% of max replication log size, then it's going to start generating the event. You can change that value probably. The way you can is a threshold, and that's a place you can able to change any of those threshold parameter replication log usage. So currently it's set for 75. You want to change to 90% or whatever it is. Currently for the clear part is no threshold. So once that event is generated, it stays that type until you can move to the task or that complete the event type of things. Other way you can able to set that one is kind of over here. You can set for 24 hours. It doesn't make sense for this event, but some other events you can able to set. So after every 24 hours, even though you don't anything to that event will automatically get clear, and then probably it's going to regenerate it. Or some of those the events where it makes sense, number of users, or some of the places where you can able to see that once event is generated, once it's reached to the certain number, then it's going to be event get clear type of thing. And this is more about the replication. And the other event, similar way, all logic work for the dynamic file event, when is the you see excessive split or merge, or events like the connection pooling related events or the device license related events, all those new events we added in 11.4.1. I think that's all about this demo. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us and learning more about MVX replication events. We hope these will be helpful for you.